Welcome to the 12 Days of Fitness. Workout 1 of the 12 Days of Fitness is the Abominable Snowman. It's a 10-minute AMRAP. AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible, and that's 10 minutes long. 10 push press, 10 gorilla row, and 10 snatches. You're gonna see different objects being held by myself, by Roger, and by Jose, and you're gonna have different options, either standing or seated. Whatever equipment that you have at home, we can also do a body weight version. And the body weight version would simply be like jumping good mornings for the snatches, for example, bent over flies for the gorilla row, and then for the push press, you're gonna need some type of object like you're gonna see Jose using, like a broomstick. So make sure that you pace yourself and try not to take breaks. If you can pace it out perfectly, you should be able to just move through the entire workout from beginning to end without stopping. Do your best, forget the rest, have fun, and happy holidays. Bienvenue aux 12 jours d'entraînement. Le premier entraînement s'appelle Yeti. C'est un AMRAP de 10 minutes. AMRAP signifie autant de reps que possible dans une période de 10 minutes. Alors c'est-à-dire si vous pouvez aller du début jusqu'à la fin sans arrêt. Évidemment, si vous avez besoin d'une pause, prenez-la, mais si vous pouvez aller du début jusqu'à la fin, faites-le. Alors, on a 10 développés poussés, 10 tirades gorilles et 10 arrachés du sol. Vous avez 3 options ou 3 exemples à suivre, soit Roger avec les dumbbells, moi avec le sac de sable et José avec peu d'équipement, et elle s'assoit sur une chaise aussi. Alors s'il vous manque de l'équipement, ce n'est pas grave, faites de votre mieux. Amusez-vous, profitez de cet entraînement et on se voit jour 2. Hello everyone, welcome to day 1 of our 12 days of fitness. You heard the instructions just a second ago, so we're going to be demonstrating 3 different options. I'll be using a sandbag, which could also be a backpack or a duffel bag. Roger will be using dumbbells. And Jose will also be using dumbbells, but from a seated position, so she's going to be isolating more individual muscles, not having the weight of her legs to push the dumbbells up. So without further ado, let's get started. 10 seconds, everyone. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. We got 10 push press. Once we're done with those, gorilla rows. I'll be doing it with both hands at the same time. They're going to be alternating. And then snatches. So, Jose's going to be doing good mornings. Roger's going to be doing single arm. I'll be doing double arm because I just have a bigger weight here. All right, that's round 1. They're gonna continue on to round 2, and I'm gonna be giving you guys some cues at home. Okay, so I hope you're moving safely on those push press. Make sure you're using mostly your legs to push those dumbbells or whatever weight upwards, okay? When you're in a seated position, José's using a very good controlled military press style here, but she doesn't have the use of her legs. So here, you may need to go with something lighter than you normally would in a push press. All right, for the gorilla rows, Roger's got his legs separated. He's rotating. Inevitably, he's gonna have some power from his legs. Jose is in the seated position here, which means that she's really gonna have to squeeze those shoulder blades together and isolate the back. Okay, for the dumbbell snatches, make sure that the shoulders always stay above the hips. Okay, you can probably see from this angle over here. And then in the good mornings, you want to make sure that you're sending your hips back as José's doing. want to make sure we're sending our hips back as opposed to just kind of leaning forward. All right, making sure there's tension in the hamstrings and the glutes. Ok, alors bravo tout le monde. Alors je répète, Roger, il fait les push-press en propulsant avec les jambes, ok, en premier. Ensuite, il pousse avec les bras. Mais quand nous n'avons pas l'utilité de nos jambes, on s'assoit, on garde une belle posture, on contracte les abdos pour garder le dos droit et on presse au-dessus de la tête avec du contrôle et on va isoler les épaules. Okay, avec les gorilla rows, avec les tirades gorilles, quand on est assis, on n'a pas l'utilité des jambes, alors on squeeze le dos en arrière avant de tirer. Okay. Pour les snatchs ou pour les arrachés, on utilise un bras, okay, et on garde toujours les épaules au-dessus des hanches. Okay. Et pour les good mornings, on peut utiliser soit une manche de balai ou quoi que ce soit, mais on garde les épaules écartées, les bras écartés pour pouvoir garder le dos droit en nous penchant vers l'avant. Ok. Et moi, j'utilise un sac de sable, mais si vous utilisez un sac à dos, par exemple, vous pouvez également faire un bras à la fois ou tous les deux. Ok, je démontre. Ok, alors j'écarte mes jambes, j'envoie mes hanches vers l'arrière. Je peux faire un bras à la fois. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ça, pour les arracher, il faut, quand vous avez une charge si large, comme ça, si gros, il faut utiliser les deux mains pour la sécurité de vos épaules. Roger is using a technique on his dumbbell snatches of alternating. He's trading the dumbbell over his head. You could also switch on the ground too. That's another option, okay? So if you want to put the dumbbell on the ground like he's doing here, and then he's switching hands on the ground, which isn't natural for him, so I won't make him do that for much longer. That's it. José's got the broomstick on the back here, the PVC on the back, and she's making sure she's really sending those hips back to load the glutes and hamstrings, which is exactly what we want. Then you guys can move into the center a little bit. I'll get Coach Saul on the outside. For those gorilla rows, especially after, because we're already past the halfway mark, we want to make sure that we're not letting our hips just rise. We want to make sure that the back is parallel to the floor and that we're squeezing our shoulder blades together before we're pulling. Okay, José's got an excellent posture here and she's isolating the shoulders. Now, it's a good idea to maybe have a lighter weight. José, she's a powerhouse, so she doesn't need a lighter weight. But if you find this is your first time doing something with so many overhead presses and you used a certain weight at the start, you may feel halfway through like, it's time to lower the weight, which is completely fine. Okay? Or you can switch to using only one dumbbell instead of two, for example. Ok, alors on peut toujours jouer avec la charge si vous trouvez que vous avez pris une charge un peu trop lourde pour soutenir pour tout l'entraînement de 10 minutes. Ce n'est pas grave, baissez le poids que vous utilisez. Ok, et ouais, exact. Vous voyez le penché, la penchée de José. Boum, juste comme ça. Elle envoie les hanches vers l'arrière. C'est parfait pour engager les fessiers et les ischio-jambiers.
C'est plus pesant que quand on a commencé. Hein?
Oui, oui, exact. Exact. Ça devient plus pesant de plus en plus. Il nous reste 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes left, everyone. Everyone's crushing it. I'm going to hop in for another round here because I know I've been slacking. I'll stay back here, though. I'll let you guys take the spotlight. You guys are working hard. Push press.
Gorilla.
Snatches now. Whew. This is a regulation force test sandbag. Just saying. 2 minutes left, everyone. 2-minute warning. We can do this together. Come on. Breathe, people. Choose a weight and a pace that you're going to be able to keep for the entirety of the 10 minutes. Or at least for the last minute and 30 seconds, last 90 seconds. Oh yeah. Everybody's crushing it. Love that. On the gorilla rows, you can see Jose doesn't have her legs to kind of help her pull the weight off the floor. Not that Roger's doing much, but whenever you're leaning side to side, you have a little bit more leniency with your legs, all right? Jose's isolating the back and pulling. Nice job on the good mornings. Nice job on the dumbbell snatches. You want to make sure that dumbbell touches the floor each time. Roger's doing a good job of that. If, let's say, in this last minute of work here, you're having back pain or back soreness, then put it down, obviously, if it's too much, but you could do just a hang snatch to lower the range of motion and therefore the demand for you to go into so much flexion. Okay, this is our last 30 seconds, team. Everybody's looking amazing. Everybody's in the festive spirit here. Nice job, nice job. Working hard, I love it. I love having my ambassadors here with me. They work hard so that I can coach, which is what I love to do. Nice work, team. Nice work. And 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Nice job. At home, I hope that you kept track of your score. You know how many rounds you got in there? We'll look back at the footage.
9 to 10, for sure.
9 to 10, 9 to 10. José? T'as pas compté. Pas de problème. We can go back and see the footage. For you guys at home though, make sure you write this down. That way if you do a similar workout, you'll know exactly what to expect and maybe what to expect from yourself as well. I did 10 rounds last time, so if I'm going to repeat the workout, I'll try and do 10 or more. Alright? Make sure you write down the mystery word so you can submit it for some awesome Cat Fitness prizes, and we'll see you day 2. Merci à tout le monde et à demain.